Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm Prithna Mahajan. I'm an energy healer and I also teach people how to heal with energy. So most people think that energy बहुत ज़्यादा spiritual है, बहुत complicated है, ये हमारे लिए नहीं बना है. But the truth is that हर एक क्षण experience करता है energy को हर एक दिन. Have you ever noticed yourself saying that कि यार इनको मिलने के बाद ना बहुत motivated feel होता है. इनका मूड देखते ही पूरा दिन खराब हो जाता है. इनके साथ अगर मैं सिर्फ एक रूम में भी रहती हूँ ना तो भी बहुत अजीब महसूस होता है. इनसे बात भी ना करो तो भी बहुत अजीब महसूस होता है. So why do we feel all these things? Okay, without even interacting with that person, without even speaking to them one simple word. So this is how we experience energy. So today I'm going to talk about energy, how it affects us and how we can become more aware of it.
A very simple example to understand how energy affects us. So if we had a fight at home with our spouse or with parents or with children, somebody, okay, so that keeps on repeating in our mind. Okay, even though maybe we think or maybe we won in that fight, but even when we are working, even when we are out of the house, we are still thinking about it. So relationships, when they are not smooth enough, they drain a lot of our energy because we are constantly thinking of it. Okay, constantly think of what could have happened, what could have I said in that situation. So there's a lot of remorse, a lot of resentment which builds in us, and it drains a lot of energy. Different environments, different places have energy. Do we take our children to hospitals, to police stations, to courts? No, right? Because as adults, we understand that these places are not suitable to them. Okay, so why not to them? Because their energy, their body, physical body, everything is still very vulnerable, right, to such places. Why? Because even as adults, when we go to these places, okay, or the people who are working in these places, they feel drained. Even when we go to see somebody who is hospitalized, even after a few hours, or even we just spend half an hour over there, sometimes we also start feeling drained, feverish, right? So this is how different environments affect us. Okay, so different environments, going to different places, also there is an exchange of energy. Now let's understand, how can someone know that their energy is being drained? Now how do we know that our energy is getting drained? Okay, very simple. Whenever we feel tired, even though we have not spent a day which was very hectic, which was not that busy, okay, we're not that busy, and still if we feel drained, if we feel tired, that means that we are exhausted, we are drained, energetically we are drained. So if we are feeling sleepy even after we have slept for long 7-8 hours, and we still feel drained after waking up, we are exhausted, we are energetically drained. If we keep on having a very heavy heart, okay, without any obvious reasons, then we are drained. If we met someone, okay, and after that conversation or after that meeting, if we feel very sleepy, or we are replaying a conversation in our head hours after it has already been done, okay, then we are drained. Okay, so these are different signs that our body gives us, where it's trying to tell us that we are drained. We need to take care of few things. We need some inner healing. We need to give ourselves some time. So it's not always that some problem is happening or some energy is getting drained only because of other people. Sometimes it's also few things. Sometimes it's also our own energy which needs some realignment. Who are these people who drain our energy? Or how does our energy get drained? Or how do we identify these people? These people are also called as energy vampires. So whatever we have discussed for the last question, so if a person continues to be like that, or sometimes even if we continue to be like that, for a longer period of time, we will also become that person who will drain other people's energy. People who are energy drainers or who are energy vampires don't do that intentionally. Okay, it is just that they are not conscious, they are not aware of their own energy, they are not able to understand what kind of damage they are causing to other people. So these are the people, if you identify someone who is constantly complaining, who is constantly under stress, who is always irritated, who keeps on cribbing about different things, who creates a lot of drama, lots of negativity, who leaves you feeling very guilty, anxious, irritated, angry. These are the people who are energy vampires or who need healing, who need some help, who need a lot of love on a very priority basis, who are very sensitive to other people's energy, why do some people absorb everyone's energy? Okay, so here we are talking about the people who are very sensitive, who are very emotional. Being sensitive is not a weakness, it is just that we need to understand how to manage the skill. Okay, so usually people who are very sensitive towards energy, who understand other people's emotions, other people's thoughts very easily, these are caregivers, therapists, counselors, healers, parents, teachers. Okay, these people tend to have this quality, or they tend to develop this quality. Okay, so now that a person is sensitive, now the person might end up becoming an emotional sponge. Okay, now how do you stop yourself or somebody else from being an emotional sponge? Okay, so emotional sponge is a person who just keeps on absorbing other people's negativity, other people's problems. They feel a person who has been very sensitive since a very long time or since a young age tend to feel that if somebody goes and tells them their problems, they feel that it is their responsibility to take care of this person's problems. Okay, so they don't set boundaries, they just give it all, and that creates a lot of problems. So a person who is sensitive, who is an emotional sponge, needs to set boundaries. They should learn to say no. They need to have that space for themselves. They need to have their me time. They need to ground themselves, be in nature, meditate, do some breath work. They need to understand what also makes them feel more energetic, more calmer, more still, and more peaceful internally. Because it's like if our battery is about to discharge, I cannot work, okay, I cannot help, I cannot love anymore. Okay, so before I get discharged completely, before I get exhausted completely, I need to take some measures. So if we do that on a regular basis, we can help even more people. So we have to learn to say, I understand, without feeling guilty, without feeling responsible, or without taking the ownership of their problems. We have to take breaks from emotionally demanding people. Sometimes people might feel very good after meeting you, after talking to you, after spending some time with you, but that does not mean that you stay available to them every single time they call you. Every single time they just walk to you, walk to your home, walk to your home, to your office. Okay, so you have to learn to set your boundaries. So what is that one single energy practice that you can do on a daily basis to help yourself feel more peaceful? Yeah, so every morning before starting your day, just sit, relax, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Just inhale and exhale. Feel your breath, and you can simply say, I'm peaceful. I give myself time to heal. I'm confident. I set my boundaries. I understand other people's pain, but I do not take the responsibility or the ownership of their pain. I'm peaceful. I'm loved. I'm healed. This small habit will help you to set your boundaries, to be aware of your energy throughout the day. The more you become aware of your energy, you will be able to build stronger relationships, take healthier decisions, and to be aware of your inner peaceful state. It's about understanding yourself in a better manner. If any part of this resonated with you, take a moment to understand where your energy is going each day.